Welcome again to the Kenny Report live from Washington, D.C., where the whole country is trying to work out what is going on with its own politics. It's got a populist but unpopular, certainly hated by many, president who's claiming victory and digging in the White House, and it's got a pretty ordinary sort of a candidate who looks like he's most likely to win this election, who's also trying to look like a president, and the people even who voted him into this position aren't particularly enthusiastic about Joe Biden. We've got claims of voter fraud, we've got legal suits going on, legal challenges, a few protests breaking out on either side of the political aisle. We'll try and make sense of all that for you here tonight. Now, last night I told you that the real winners in this election are mainstream Americans, and that's been proven really through the debate over the past 24 hours. When we left you last night, it was looking like Donald Trump was more likely to have a path to the 270 electoral college votes and therefore the presidency. Very soon after that, Wisconsin, Michigan flipped, and it's now very clear that Joe Biden has the easiest path to the presidency. It's not out of the question that Donald Trump holds on, and I'll show you a very interesting scenario in just a few moments, but it is more likely that Joe Biden can win the presidency narrowly. But what we have is a nation clearly divided. There's been no great ringing endorsement of Joe Biden or his Green New Deal agenda, and there's been no great repudiation of Donald Trump and his agenda. That's a win for the mainstream because Donald Trump has focused on their issues, and they've been listened to, and they've made their voice heard, is perhaps the best way to put it, because they've almost kept their president in. They might lose him. They've certainly picked up more seats for the Republicans in the House of Representatives, and it looks like they'll ensure the Republicans control the Senate. So it's not a dramatic change here in Washington, although, of course, it's all about that big White House, and the Democrats will be very happy if they get it. But the point here, too, is the political media class, the political establishment, have been repudiated and exposed yet again. They're the ones who have been telling us all along that this would be a landslide for Joe Biden. They're the ones who have been telling us all along that Donald Trump appeals only to racists, sexists, misogynists and all the rest of it, and white supremacists. They're the ones who have told us all along that this was going to be the great resetting in the American political landscape, and that has just not happened. Now, there's a lot of media commentators involved in this, a lot of politicians, a lot of political activists. They've all been completely wrong. Don't forget the pollsters either. They've misjudged the politics of America, and they have misjudged their nation. So they stand exposed today, and the mainstream have had their say. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating this and I'm wrong in taking this interpretation out of the election result, well, have a look at this. I'm going to show you one of the woke left commentators on CNN, which is full of liberal left commentators. Van Jones used to work for the Obama administration, and he was honest enough last night to realise that the win the Democrats look like getting isn't really much of a win at all.
I think a lot of Democrats are hurt tonight. I think there's a lot of hurt out there. There's a moral victory and there's a political victory. They're not the same thing. They wanted a moral victory tonight. We wanted to see a repudiation of this direction for the country. And the fact that it's this close, I think, it hurts.
So there you go. It hurts because they didn't repudiate Donald Trump. They may force him from the White House, but they haven't just washed him away with a landslide the way they were hoping. They haven't got that moral validation they were looking for. Their sanctimony has been exposed. But